Story. My phone camera captures people before they die. Even me. It started with the man at the bus stop. He looked normal at first. Hoodie, backpack, earbuds in. I was testing out the new portrait mode on my phone, playing with background blur, snapping random photos around the city. I took a few shots. A bench, a lamppost, a pigeon mid-flight. Then I snapped one of the man, just because the lighting looked cool. But when I checked the photo, his face was blurred. Not motion blur, not bad focus, just smeared, like someone had dragged their thumb across his eyes and mouth. And his skin, what I could see of it, was tinted grayish-blue. I frowned, took another picture. Same result. I thought it was a glitch. Maybe some kind of AI artifact or filter bug. I shrugged it off. Until the next morning. I was eating cereal, scrolling the news, when I saw the headline. Man killed in bus crash, identified as local student. There was a photo, same hoodie, same backpack, same man. He died less than an hour after I took that picture. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe I remembered it wrong. Maybe it wasn't the same guy. Maybe the news photo just looked similar. Memory plays tricks, especially when you're already weirded out. But the next one was clearer. 3 days later, I was at a cafe. My friend Jake sat across from me, complaining about his job. I was bored, half listening, and took a photo of him mid-rant to post to our group chat. When I looked at the photo, his face was blurred, gray-blue skin, fog over his eyes. I laughed it off, showed him. "Bro, your phone's busted," Jake said. He laughed too. Less than 24 hours later, he was dead. Car accident, rainy night, fell asleep at the wheel. That's when I stopped taking pictures, deleted every photo app, stuck tape over the camera. Didn't matter. The images kept showing up. Screenshots from apps I didn't open. Photos in folders I never created. Always someone with a face blurred. Washed out skin. Sometimes strangers. Sometimes people I knew. And sometimes me. The first time I saw myself, I nearly threw the phone across the room. It was a selfie. I never take selfies. But there I was. Same hoodie, same apartment, same lighting. Except my face was wrong, smudged like wet paint, gray and bruised. A thin trail of blood at the temple. The timestamp said it was taken 3 hours before I found it. I checked the front camera. Nothing. I checked the mirrors. Normal, but I couldn't stop shaking. I got rid of the phone the next day. Factory reset at first, then smashed it with a hammer. Dropped the pieces into 3 separate dumpsters around the city. I even burned the SIM card with a lighter, just to be sure. It didn't help. That night, my smart TV turned on by itself. The screen was black, except for one thing. A single image. Me, sitting on my couch, looking at the TV. But the face on the screen was blurred. Gray, dead-eyed, blood trailing down from the side. Just like before. I unplugged the TV, sold my laptop, tossed every device with a camera into a box, and left it in a storage unit across town. Went full analog, dumb phone, no electronics. I even covered the mirrors in my apartment. But it kept finding me. Reflections in windows, shadows in puddles, a flash from a stranger's phone on the street. Once, I caught my own eye in a subway window and saw it. That blur, that flicker of death where my face should be. I stopped going outside. I boarded up the windows, lived by candlelight. Even then, the images came, drawn in condensation on the bathroom mirror. Scratched faintly into the frost on my refrigerator door. Always the same scene. Me, face fading, blood at the temple. Always closer, more detailed. I started drinking. Didn't help. Started writing things down, trying to make sense of it. Charting who died, when, how. Looking for patterns. There weren't any. Old, young, sick, healthy, random. Except for one thing. Everyone I saw in those photos died within 3 days. And the more often someone appeared, the sooner it came. 3 nights ago, I saw my face again. Only this time, it was smiling. A wide, awful smile. Blood in the teeth, eyes pure static, and the photo wasn't on a screen. It was printed. An actual photograph left outside my door. No envelope. Just my face. Already dead. And scribbled on the back. You can't run from a lens that's already inside you. I didn't sleep. I didn't move. I sat in the middle of the floor for hours, waiting for something. I didn't know what. Eventually, I passed out. Woke up to find a new phone on my nightstand. It wasn't mine. It was old, outdated. No brand I recognized, but it was on. And the screen showed the camera app already open. Front-facing. A preview of me. Face blurred. Eyes already gone. I left the apartment. Didn't lock the door. Didn't take anything. Just walked. I had no plan. No destination. Just the instinct to keep moving. As if whatever was watching me might lose track if I didn't stay still. But the world was full of cameras. Every store. Every traffic light. Every other person's phone. I saw my reflection in a shop window and nearly screamed. Not because I looked strange, but because I looked completely normal. For the first time in weeks, no blur, no static, just me. I stayed in a motel that night, paid in cash, no ID, no devices, just silence. But at 3:14 a.m., someone knocked on my door. 3 taps, then silence. I didn't answer. They knocked again. Then a phone slid under the door. Old grey, the screen flicked on. Selfie cam, face blurred. Me again. But this time, there was someone else in the background. A figure, half hidden in shadow, holding something. A camera. I flung the door open. No one there. Just the night and the faint buzz of electricity in the walls. I started thinking, no, maybe I'd gone insane. Maybe none of this was real. Maybe I was dying, and this was some drawn-out hallucination before the end. But then I saw the news. A woman had fallen from her balcony 2 blocks away. I saw the photo. I'd seen her 2 nights earlier, in the background of a shot I didn't take. Face blurred, faded skin. And now she was gone. The pattern was real. The timeline was real. But I didn't know what it wanted from me. The next night, I found a new phone in my jacket pocket. I swear it wasn't there before. This one didn't have a screen, just a camera lens and a note taped to the back. See yourself clearly. When I held it up, not even powered on, I saw my reflection in the glass, my real face, and then, behind me, movement. I spun around. Empty room. But when I looked back at the lens, the figure was closer, still holding that same camera, still watching. It's not just my phone. It never was. It's something bigger, something older. A lens that exists in more than just technology. In reflections, in memory, in thought. And once it captures you, it doesn't let go. I stopped running. There was nowhere left to go. Whatever it was, this presence, this lens, it had followed me across cities, through shadows, into the cracks of my own mind. So I turned on the last phone it gave me, held it up, faced the camera, waited. The screen blinked once, then showed me something I'll never forget. It was me, but not just me. The image was from above. A perfect bird's eye view of me, standing in the motel room. Except I wasn't holding a phone. I was motionless, pale, mouth slightly open. A dark smear of blood on the side of my head, dead. And standing over me was someone else. Someone who looked like me. Smiling, holding the phone. I dropped it, stumbled back. It wasn't a photo, it was a live feed. I tore the room apart, ripped open walls, tore down the ceiling tiles, looked for cameras, found nothing. Only one thing remained. The phone, still glowing, still showing my dead body from an impossible angle. I picked it up again. A new message appeared. This already happened. That night I walked to the bridge. Not to jump. I just needed to know if it would follow. And it did. Every car window I passed, blurred face. Every puddle, static eyes. Then I saw it. Across the street, someone holding a phone. Filming me. I yelled, ran toward them. They didn't move, just watched. I got within 10 feet before they turned and walked away. Into traffic and vanished. No sound, no impact, just gone. I came back to the apartment. I hadn't been there in weeks. Everything was untouched. Except for one thing. A photo, pinned to the wall. It was of me, standing on the roof of a building I didn't recognize, looking out across the city. Same hoodie, same backpack, same blood on the side of my head. But what chilled me wasn't the photo itself. It was the angle. It was taken from behind. I've never been to that rooftop. I don't know who took it, but someone did. Or something. And now, I'm starting to forget. Little things. My birthday, my old address, the way my voice used to sound. The lens isn't just watching anymore. It's replacing. One photo at a time. One version at a time. And I think, the next time I look into a screen, I won't be the one looking back.